Hey y'all. This is definitely out of my comfort zone, but I want to give it a shot and make a short, I promise to be short, video um, to let you know a little bit about how I arrived at this point in my life, sitting here talking about CBD oil. For those of you who don't know me, I've had a long battle with Crohn's disease, including many drugs, many surgeries, hospitals, doctors, all of it. And the end all was when I had most of my stomach removed 4 years ago. Actually, on May 2nd will be exactly 4 years. And from that surgery, I became severely septic, and my chances of survival were slim. I was in the hospital for 8 weeks in total, and in that time, I had 7 major abdominal surgeries. Clearly, I'm standing here and I beat the odds, and I fought back hard with a huge dose of prayer. I had many people that prayed for me. And as you can imagine, this time in my life left a huge imprint on my family. Everyone who nursed me back to health, took care of my kids. My boys, I have 3 boys. They were 11, 9, and 6 at the time. And it's just a really tough time for us. The miracle in my story is that I'm healed, which not many people with Crohn's get to say that. But since that awful time, my blood work, my biopsies, and the lack of symptoms, but all the technical stuff says that my Crohn's is inactive. So that's a huge blessing. By comparison to my life before that time, I am golden. I am 100% and live a normal life and eat well. And I don't have to pull over on the side of the road and throw up, or all the awful things that go along with having Crohn's disease. My days are not dictated by my illness and how bad I feel or if I have the energy to move. But after that many surgeries, I do have major issues with scar tissue and adhesions in my abdomen. I think I figured out that I've had 11 total stomach surgeries, something like that. It's ridiculous. But I've been taking tramadol daily off and on since then because I love to be active, and I play tennis a lot and I work out, and every day I can feel those adhesions when I wake up in the morning, when I move, when I bend over. And so I've just really gotten to the point where I take a lot of pain medicine because I can't take ibuprofen and things like that because it's risky for my health history. But flashback to about 10 years ago, I started learning about clean living and natural remedies, and I found ways to help my pain without pain medicine. I had one of my doctors literally tell me that I would be on Vicodin for the rest of my life, and he was very sorry, and I said, no, I won't. And the very next day, I started a massive diet, eliminating certain foods, and I was able to get off all pain meds just by changing my diet, which was amazing. So at that point, I knew there was something to diet, and I knew there was something to natural remedies. And along the way, I climbed onto the essential oil wagon, as many people did. I was a petri dish for essential oils because I was taking immunosuppressants. So I had all sorts of wonky things that happened in my body. And each time I was able to remedy my issues with the essential oils. So I have a strong faith, and I truly believe in the power of medicine. Antibiotics definitely saved my life. But I'm of the opinion that if I can try natural remedies first, then definitely I will. And I have the same opinion about clean living and eating. Don't get me wrong, because I will drink a Coke with you every day and twice on Sundays. But I've taken small steps in my life to eliminate certain things, add in others, and on the whole, I've really changed my ways for the better. I truly believe that. So I have known that I needed to eliminate tramadol from my life for some time, and a friend recently told me about CBD oil. And my first instinct was that it was naughty. I shouldn't be taking CBD oil, but there's nothing further from the truth. I started to read up on it and investigate it, and I could find nothing negative about it. And what I loved most about good CBD oil is that it is truly the essential oil from the flower of a hemp plant. So if you believe in the power of essential oils, you'll definitely believe in the power of CBD oil. I'm a science girl. I'm an occupational therapist. So I want to know the why and the how. And it really bothered me that everyone was claiming that it was healing everything from anxiety to joints. And I didn't know how that all related. So I continued to study and read medical journals and discovered that the science really is there. That I could go into details on that later, but very briefly, in the 90s, they discovered very specialized receptors all over our body, from our head to our toe. And there's more of them than any other receptor in our body. And CBD fits into those receptors. Thus, it truly does offer relief to symptoms all over the body. And those symptoms range from neurological symptoms like anxiety and depression, and joint pain, acne, which was crazy, but it's really anything affected by inflammation because that has huge anti-inflammatory properties. What I've learned and feel is the most important is that CBD is all the talk right now. It's cropping up everywhere, even in the local drugstores. But like any other product out there, there are the cheap sluts, which is what we called it when I was a drug rep, those that just want to make a quick buck, even if it's unethical. The statistics are staggering that 70% of CBD oil that is being spot tested by the feds right now does not even have CBD in it, which is crazy. 80% of CBD oil in the US right now is currently being imported from China. And if you watch Dateline, you even know that marijuana is being genetically modified and laced with terrible chemicals that are even killing even just recreational drug users. So there's no way I would want to give my family CBD from China when I have absolutely no idea what's in it. And we don't know if you're getting CBD oil, if there's really CBD in it. So I landed on Green Compass, and this company is a really neat little company started by a farming family in North Carolina with the sole purpose of providing CBD to their young children on the recommendation of their therapist. The mom didn't want to just, like me, didn't want to just give CBD oil that she didn't know what was in it. So they started to grow it, and they now grow it, extract it, and bottle it, which is what we call seed to seal, in the same company. So there's no questions about what's going into this oil. They're not a company that's chasing a quick buck to get in on the action. They're a CBD company, and that's all they sell. They go the extra mile to create a product that is the best quality and created ethically. In fact, you can even go online, which I love. For every single batch that is created, they have a certificate of authenticity, and you can look on there and see exactly what is in that batch of CBD oil. So I fully believe that there will be a time when the feds crack down on CBD oil for sure, and the sales, because it's just going crazy right now. It's the Wild West. So what I do know is that because Green Compass is going the extra mile to ensure quality and authenticity, it will be one of the few companies that will remain standing when the government gets a hold on CBD oil and how it's going to be sold. And if I'm going to use this oil for my kids after spending years trying to eat better foods, trying to use better products on my skin and in my house for cleaning, I'm going to be certain that I'm going to use an oil that is safe to give to my kids. Why would I do anything otherwise? So that's kind of how I arrived at this crazy place in my life where I'm embracing CBD oil to help my body in a natural way. CBD oil for sure is the next oil I have in my arsenal that I'm going to try first before I go to a doctor. If I can heal myself naturally and at home and without all the medication. Lord knows I've taken lots and lots of medication in my life. I would love to try natural remedies first. So I hope this gives you a good history about me and where I'm coming from. Look for another video soon explaining more of the science behind CBD. And thanks for listening. Talk to you later.